Hello, this is Christine Mullen again, and I love Zen. I love meditation, and I love teaching, and I also love pop culture. So one of the things, one of the topics or segments that I'm going to be having on this page is kind of a Zen and pop culture section, and the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to be talking about a moment of pop culture, whether it's a song, it's a book, or it's a part of a movie that touched me. And also, I connect with Zen and reaffirms Zen principles. So today, I'm going to be discussing my favorite movie. And it's one of my favorite movies, and I love it. I think it's one of the best in the past 25 years, and it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. It really spoke to me. I think because it comes from an Asian writer, or one of the writers is Asian, and it kind of delves into Asian Eastern philosophy, which pairs up with Zen very well. I think a lot of the themes about being present, being in the moment of kindness, choosing compassion, all those things are come from a Buddhist kind of a Zen philosophy. And so it really spoke to me. And one of the moments that I'm going to be talking about today is the famous "Be Kind" speech that Wayman has in the movie. And so if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you see it. It's a beautiful movie. But if you haven't, all you have to know is that there's multiverses in this movie. And the two main characters, or many of the main characters, are spend majority of the movie battling and in conflict with others and each other, and they're fighting, and that's the kind of life and universe and philosophy that they're living in, is that conflict. And then we come to this part of the movie where it's this crux, it's this turning point in the movie, major turning point in the movie, where one of the main characters, Wayman, has a speech about being kind, about being compassionate, about he too is a fighter, but he's a fighter for compassion, and he sees the world as it is, and he still stands up for compassion. And that really touches me, and that really speaks to a Zen belief about being present in the moment and about compassion. And so I love that scene. And so a takeaway that I have of that scene is that the world around you is crazy, is going to be full of conflict. There's all these beings, all these emotions, temperaments, all these things happening in your life. And I would like to read a little quote here that kind of speaks to that. Speaking of the second commitment of Zen Buddhism, of committing to take care of one another, and it's a quote by Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it says, "Taking the vow to help others implies that instead of holding our own individual territory and defending it tooth and nail, we become open to the world that we are living in. It means we are willing to take on greater responsibility, immense responsibility. In fact, it means taking a big chance." So one of the beautiful things in that movie that I see is that, Waymond is portrayed as this beta male, or not an alpha male, kind of character, kind of weak or whatnot. But in that scene, in the pivotal scene, he's shown as he may not be a typical alpha male, on all of that sort of thing, but he is a warrior in his own right, a warrior of peace. He understands the world he's living in. He's not an idiot, and yet he chooses every day to be kind, to be compassionate. And after that speech, then he changes his wife's mind and mindset about the world, and she begins to fight for seeing her in her third eye, seeing peace, seeing kindness, and it changes her whole outlook. And I think that if you read up on Zen Buddhism and follow meditation and things like that, you too will let go of your ego, become present in your spirit, and also become a warrior of peace, a warrior of compassion. And so I really, respect that. And it really, touched me when I saw that part of the movie. And so so this is my first, pop culture Zen moment that I will speak about. There will be more, but yes, for today, that I just want to speak of my connection and my ties and everything everywhere all at once. I love the movie. I really connected with it as a daughter of immigrant parents, and and all of that sort of thing. But more than that, like all of the Zen and and the compassion and all of those kinds of themes in the movie really, really spoke to me as well. So there's my speech about all everything everywhere all at once. You should go watch that movie and let it marinate in your mind as well. Thank you. Bye.